Professor Rajani was a teacher who could easily identify talents in students and nurture them in an excellent way. I was surprised to see how students, whom I thought to be of ordinary make, turned out to be of extraordinary stuff in his hands, and an indefatigable teacher too. He will go on in classes for hours together. When I once said I felt tired, he smiled and said he was 10 years older than I was and never felt tired. In organizing the drama meets, he was fair to all institutions, taking care to visit neighboring colleges and earnestly persuading them to participate. And to my surprise, he met with success. Though close to his students, he never compromised on standards. He was a man of deep conviction, recluse like, but knew the day to day world more than we do, and had strong views, though he politely refrained from avowing them. I envied the nonchalance with which he took life and the problems he faced in a town like Tiruvarur. When I met him last in Chennai at a wedding reception, he was not his usual ebullient soul and showed signs of resignation. I could learn a lot about the aesthetics of theatre from his productions, but he kept himself aloof, giving us the impression that dramas shape themselves, and an obtrusive artist. It is all his own, but he took care to erase signs of his presence. It is of as much greatness as it is of any artist worth the name.
My PG student Danny, who did MPhil in MCC, shared with me that Rajani once asked in an internal test a question that amounted to something like, discuss Girish Karnad's Tughlaq as an example of what a play should not be. Later on, Professor R. Nedumaran confided with me, அவன் என் கிளாஸ்மேட் தாண்டா தியாகராஜா காலேஜில் கீழே விழும்போது கூட அலாஸ்னு கத்துனா எவன்டா ஸ்டூடெண்ட் எலெக்ஷனில் அவனுக்கு ஓட்டு போடுவான். Much later, I listened to his lecture in an FTP refresher course in MKU. I was convinced that he was a self-wrought iconoclast. He talked about a poem on an aged cabaret dancer. This was what Rajani sir was for me. Then, MGM College Pollachi invited me to judge a drama competition. So when I reached the college, I was taken aback by the presence of Rajani sir there. When he spoke, he in his usual style spoke about how we should move beyond Shakespeare. The program was over, he was so respectful to me. We both entered the principal's room. By then I was exhausted. I wasn't able to hear the soft voice of Rajani sir and the principal. I told them I was hearing impaired. They couldn't believe it at first, because as long as I was energetic, I could hear clearly. It was not condescending, nor the feeling of peer being inferior to you in some way or the other. I could read so much of love and concern and worry in Rajani sir's eyes. He put his hand over my shoulder and spoke of something none of my colleagues had ever spoken. He said, Elango, don't be adamant. I know people like you would love to enjoy what you are. I know your type. You are too proud of changing yourself for others. But I'm telling you, you are very important for the student community. There are so many modern gadgets for hearing. Please use them. Let this be no impediment for you. I want you to do this. All this happened while I took him back in my car to his relatives in Coimbatore. When he asked me to stop the car and got out and walked away in his blue jeans and chappals, I could sense that I had met a loving person, a man who could see a son in a young man he admires. Bye, sir. By the way, I am using an advanced technology hearing aid now, which cost me very dear, because I cannot be adamant anymore.
I remember my days back in WCC Chennai when I first discovered my voice on the stage, the power of performance, and understanding and embracing the community of theatre with my peers. It became my life. I write this as a tribute to Rajani sir, a mentor and a director whom I deeply respect and remember. I cried every night I performed Letters to a Student revolutionary because of how real it felt to me, a mere actor. Having worked with him on this play gave me a glimpse of the heart-wrenching students' protest in Tiananmen Square. The power of voices coming together and the importance of remembering and retelling history through stories and performances are some things that I will always carry with me, especially in these times when voices of dissent are being silenced. Thank you, Rajani sir, for the powerhouse that you were. Rest in peace, dear teacher.
Rajani sir is my inspiration forever. Not only his teaching, but also his time management, kindness, his book collection. When I think of writing a note about Rajani sir, my mind and soul would be flabbergasted. It is flowing and searching for words around my mind. Sir frequently would ask me, "What is this in Tamil da?" Asking for equivalent Tamil words for English words. Sir called each of them child, but in my case, it was Seemon. When he called my name, I felt so happy, and I felt how my name has a style of its own. I loved the word Seemon with all my heart, whenever he called my name. In my batch at CUTN, I was special for Rajani sir. I was the only person included in the theatre group without participating in drama. I used to ride Sir's scooter at CUTN. Poetry recitation, only Sir and me in his hostel room. Sir gave me extra and minimized notes, only for me. He even shared his food.
If it were not for Rajani sir, I would not have even thought of theatre. Sir had summoned me to join the theatre group on my second day at CUTN. Most of my friendships happened in that group. While I was ill, Sir had literally taken care of me, taking me to the hospital, ensuring that I was taking the medicine and getting better. My happiest moments at CUTN are because of Sir and Monica ma'am. Many of us could feel at home at CUTN because of Rajani sir.
For things didn't work out so well at the beginning. You didn't want me to act. I sat there with the prompters, prompting, perturbed like an eager kid wanting to join the choir. I knew the song very well. I knew how to fly with the drama troupe once or twice like a croaking crow on your shoulder. Bah! But you didn't want me to act. You asked me to sing. For you knew what we were, didn't you? You fixed our wings, stitched our broken fins, and set our feet straight that we might climb mountains. For things were simple for you, for your blue jeans and the tanned polo. You'd rap about in the class and back it up at stage with a gentle smile. Just like that. The old familiar faces, Shakespeare and Plath, and the old rugged Eliot with his plaintive numbers. Yep, they were there with us, and suddenly it was the wasteland, or the dark lady clinking glasses with our shaky boy. Oh boy, and the birthday party? We rolled our sleeves past elbows and waited for the latecomers. Well, that was theatre enough for us. Us that swam and flew and could never act. For things never worked out so well at the beginning. That's when everything started. Pa, you walked with us, and now we are walking with your memory, hoping to get a glimpse of you.
Thy beauty shall no more be found, nor in thy marble vault shall sound my echoing song. Then worm shall try that long preserved virginity. How had you scared me whenever you taught Sylvia Plath? You are more like a candle. I'm burning both the sides, child. Don't know when will I stop burning. You will live long. The energy you possess until the end of the day is amazing. Why don't you retire? Take rest. I will teach till my last breath. Who will get a teacher who spent all life for literature, for students, a wonderful soul, a beacon of sincerity, undeserving to see you at the last moment. Miss you. Let nature sing for you. Let the birds chirp. Let you be safe in heaven. Yes, the curtain called. For the one last time, may your soul and body rest in peace.